Another thing that they do is they attack the cornerstone, the rock, which is Christ. And they invert it like so. In the King James Version, in 1 Peter 2:7, it says this. It says, "Unto you, therefore, which believe he is precious, but unto them which be disobedient, the stone which the builders disallowed, the same is made the head of the corner." So, in other words, Jesus is the chief cornerstone. He's the rock. He's the cornerstone. And we know that, he's that foundation stone, right? The cornerstone is that first stone that's laid in a foundation. And then every other stone in the foundation is built around that one cornerstone. So it's not only he's not only the foundation, he's the first rock that's laid in that foundation that the rest of the foundation is built around. So that's what it means to be the cornerstone. But here's what 1 Peter 2:7 says in the modern versions. This was published in the NIV when it first came out in 1978. And here's what they said. They said in 1 Peter 2:7, "Now to you who believe, this stone is precious, but to those who do not believe, the stone the builders rejected has become the capstone." Okay, so in the modern versions, in the NIV published in 1978, Jesus was not the chief cornerstone, which is at the bottom at the foundation, but the capstone, which is at the very top. If you think about those Egyptian pyramids and the capstone, that New Age symbol, that's what the NIV calls Jesus in its 1978 version. Now, since then, there has been a revision in 2011. They waited all the way up until 2011 to change this, where they apparently realized their mistake and changed it back to Cornerstone today. Okay, but the damage had already been done. This reveals that the NIV was never a good translation. Why this is important is because Jesus is obviously the chief cornerstone. He is not the capstone, and the capstone is not the foundation stone, but it's the last stone that's laid. It's the cap at the very end of the structure. So again, just like you see in the pyramids of ancient Egypt, it's actually an occult symbol. And so when the NIV first came out, it initiated its translation by inverting the cornerstone with the capstone, just like the devil does. It's like saying like Jesus, instead of Jesus, it's the devil. Instead of Christ, it's the Antichrist. What Luciferians and Satanists often like to do, secretly, quietly, is invert God's truths and reverse the natural order. It's a known thing among Satanists and Luciferians to just openly, in your face, reverse the order of things. That's like an occult thing that they do. And so that's why we see family roles upended, gender roles reversed, sexual orientation confused, because Satan is reversing and inverting God's natural order. And that's exactly what he did when he changed Cornerstone to Capstone. Okay, so when the most popular, modern Bible version came out, it undermined the true Word of God in the King James Version. That's exactly what these are. These are new Bibles, okay? They're not the tried and true and trustworthy Bibles that the church has been using for thousands of years. They're not even a century old, if you put it in perspective. These new modern Bible translations are a new phenomenon relative to church history.